What can we do in our daily life in addition to spiritual practice to cultivate heavy humility? Jaya Shriman Narayana. Very nice. The best way to cultivate humility is seva, is by doing service. So let me go a little bit in depth into this and explain why that is indeed the case. Well, what is the opposite of humility? It's egotism, it's selfishness, it's self-centeredness. It's thinking that I am the center of all things regarding me, that's all that's of importance. Everyone, everything, the entire cosmos exists to serve me and me alone. Now, that is the basis of the opposite of humility, that is of ahankara, of false ego. And truthfully, anyone with false ego believes exactly what I just said, but to greater or lesser degrees, and for most people, it's subconsciously. Let's face it, most people don't go around saying what I just said, oh, I am the center of the universe, etc. But internally, they act that way. This is the nature of false ego. Now, in performing seva, that is spiritual service, we are now, and not just theoretically, not just philosophically, not just theologically, but with our own body, with our own mind, with our own actions, we are performing the opposite of false ego. We are serving. And to serve, this means something very specifically in a spiritual context. What this means very specifically is serving that which is transcendent. That is the only definition of seva. There were some scoundrels in the 19th century, and these were scoundrels who were fraudulent so-called gurus, who began saying that, oh, simply doing charity is seva, or working at a soup kitchen is seva, or giving a homeless person $1, that's seva. No, that's charity. And I have talks in the past, videos, where I speak about this in length for like an hour. What is the difference between charity versus service? Charity is charity, and it is invaluable. It's something that must be done. If you have abundance, oh, give it to the poor, give it to people who need it. Absolutely, give to people who are hungry, etc. But that is not seva. What seva is consciously serving the transcendent. And what does that mean? That means serving God and serving God's devotees, serving the Vaishnava community. So this is what is meant by seva. When we do things in order to give of ourselves for the sake of something infinitely higher than ourselves, so again, the transcendent, what we are doing is now creating humility in reality, in operation. We have become humility in motion. Because now with everything that we're doing, with body, with mind, with soul, all aligned, we are now giving of ourself rather than the opposite. You see, so the opposite of humility, again, being ego, we want to take for ourselves. Give me, give me, give me. With seva, we are now doing the opposite of that instinctual motion. And this is how we build humility, is by giving of ourselves to others. And like with everything else, that is of importance, that is an important virtue, value, etc. To build humility takes time. To do anything good takes time. That being the case, of course, it is a practice in which we do seva, we do seva, we do seva, and in this way, little by little, we cultivate humility.